Hey guys, Jim, Drave USA. Some of y'all know me, some of y'all met me, some of y'all are going to get to know me. Today we're going to go over a knot that I like to really utilize with my hollow body frogs, with my ducky duck lures, all available at www.draveusa.com. It's called the Bangkok Hooker Twist, and the real purpose of it is to uh, uh, double up, triple up, quadruple up the braid as it's connecting to the lure, so that there's less of a chance of it breaking due to tooth penetration, stuff like that. So it's a pretty simple knot. Maybe take less than a minute once you get it down, but here we go. So you take your end of your line. This is the side that goes to the reel, obviously. This is the side that's connecting. You take the about 18 inches, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, double it over, and then at the on the reel side, you place a spider hitch. So that's a single loop right there, followed by an additional 2 loops to the tag end. So you go 3 loops, excuse me, 2, 1, 2, 3, and you make sure that when you're doing the loops, those 3 go around the initial loop that you made. Then you take the tag end and you thread it back through, coming out the other side. Gently hold this end as you go, and you pull it through 1, 2, 3, and now you have your starting point for the rest of this hooker journey. Pinch this very tight. Stick your finger through this. 1, 2. You're going to loop it about 100 times. So we're going to loop it, and I'm just going to pause it and then jump back in. What you really are trying to do is you're really trying to get a tight loop around your finger end so that we can move on to the next piece. So now that I've twisted this about 120 times, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and slip this off this finger, and as you can see, it's already starting to do what we want it to, which is to twist up on itself. And in this twist, since we took 34-pound braid, I'm going to call it 30 just to make my math a little bit easier here. Since we took 30-pound braid and we doubled it over, that made it a 60-pound breaking strength. Now we're doubling it over again to get ourselves a 120-pound breaking strength. And as you let go here, you're going to see that this line is becoming very twisted on itself, which is exactly what we're hoping for, because what we want to have happen is we want the fish, when they grab the lure, we want it to suck it all the way down in their mouth. And when that happens, that the teeth of the fish are now exposed to the braided line. And if it's just straight braid, there's a chance that the fish is going to bite through that line. When you do this type of knot, it creates a whole bunch of little pathways for the teeth to go through, but they're not actually breaking through the knot. They're not actually biting through the line. They're squeezing between these loops that are now made. So once you've done that, you then do a very simple single hitch. Go back to the top, pull it through, and you are now ready to add your favorite lure. I even use this for chatterbait, just because I feel like with the chatterbait sometimes they choke it, and if they're going to choke a chatterbait and then expose my 34-pound line to that fish's mouth, that's no good. So now once you've done that, you have this very, very clean setup where you went from 30-pound to right here is 60-pound to right here is 120-pound breaking strength. And the cool thing about this knot is it's very easy to change out lures with. So you slide it through. I'm using a ducky duck right now just for an example. You slide it through the attachment point on the lure. You then untwist this a bit, or twist it up on you just a little bit. It'd be easier if I had some fingernails, but don't right now. You open it up, and now you slide this end, you slide the lure through this end, and you have yourself a point of attachment that is 120 pounds if you're using 30-pound braid, which for me is more than enough to handle most of the fish that I throw these lures at. And if they are to bite, if they are to totally choke it and it goes all the way into the mouth and they get up to here, the teeth are actually going to sneak through these little holes and not come into contact with the line to where it's going to break it. So that's real simple, easy not to do. Practice it at home before you get out on the water and catch them up. Let's get catching, guys. Have a good one. Drave USA.